All right, today I'm going to show you how to wash gloves. Now I have some gloves right here that I'm going to be washing, and I'm going to be doing it in the sink. So I'm going to be washing my hand gloves by hand. All right, so I have these gloves right here. Now the first thing you want to do is, if they have washing instructions, to read the washing instructions and go by it. So right here, here are the washing instructions right here. It says, get a little closer. It says, hello. No, that's the wrong one. So I'm going to find the washing instructions on here. They should be on here somewhere. If not, it says right here that, no, that's just what the fabric's made out of. So there's no washing instructions on this particular glove right here. It just talks about, oh, here it is. It says machine wash. It's getting closer so you can see this. It says machine wash in cold water separately. Okay, so you can wash these particular gloves in the washing machine, but I'm going to hand wash them because I just want to make a video on washing my hand gloves, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going to wash them by hand. But it says right here, it says machine wash cold separately. Powder detergent. Okay. Use powder detergent, no bleach. That's not what it says. It says do not use bleach. Do not use fabric softener, drip dry. Do not machine dry. Do not dry clean. Okay, so I'm going to do these by hands, but you can put them in the wash machine. Usually put them in the delicate, but I'm going to show you how to do it in the sink right here. So let me go get started with that. I'm going to get some powdered detergent and continue with this. So I have some powdered detergent right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the sink up with water. Go ahead and get this started. I guess this thing doesn't want to fill up. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up the sink with water right here. All right, so I'm filling the sink up with water, and I'm going to add a little bit of detergent to it. The water right here. And you see how white the water is right here? Or not how white, how clean the water is. So I'm going to put some detergent in here, powdered detergent, like they say. And now it's important to read the instructions, so I'm going to fill this up with water, and then I'm actually going to add the gloves to it. But I want to show you how clean the water looks right now, as opposed to how it's going to be after I wash these in the water. All right, so it's filled up with water, enough for my gloves. And so I'm going to take the gloves right here, and I'm going to see how dirty they are right here. Now look how the water is. The water is very clear. Now watch what happens when I start using these gloves in the water. So I'm going to put them in there. And like what I like to do is, first I soak them, and then I just do this action right here. Now the instructions say that it's good to put them in the washing machine. However, I am hand washing because I feel like this is a little bit gentler on the gloves. Now look how the soap and water is actually cleaning. Now I'm going to do this right here. Now this is a method that I've learned just right now in my head, visualizing it. I'm going to put the gloves on inside of the water right here. So I have the gloves on, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put them on, and I'm just going to act like I'm washing my hands. And why not? All right, so I'm going to have the gloves on, and you can see all of the dirt being released in the water. Splash a little bit. Look how dirty the water is getting right there. Look at that. I'm just washing my hands, kinda, with the gloves on, and it's getting a lot of the dirt out. So I'm gonna keep on doing this. I'm gonna take them off and flip them inside out. Now, one thing that people don't realize is inside of the gloves get dirty too, with a lot of sweat but not. I'm going to take the gloves off. I'm going to just keep on doing this a couple of times. And this really gets the dirt out. So depending on the fabric of your gloves, it may determine on how you wash the gloves. So if you have leather gloves, you may not want to put them in water like this. It's always important to read instructions and abide by it, although I'm hand washing as opposed to throwing these inside of the washing machine. And if you do this enough times, you'll get a lot of the dirt to be released. As you can see, the water is kind of dirty. One method that I do sometimes is soaking the gloves. It allows the dirt and grime to be released in a timely manner. Go ahead and do that. Open this up right here. And that. All fingers on deck. And look at that. Look how dirty the water is right here. Look at that. Looks like some really good tea. All right, so after you've done this quite a bit, go ahead and drain the swamp like the president's doing. Kind of, sort of, not really. You see how, look how dirty this water is right here. You can't make this up, okay? You don't realize how dirty your gloves are until you realize how dirty your gloves are. Look at that. You can still keep on washing a little bit. Doing a little action right here. Just releases a little bit more. So once this drains right here, I'm going to fill the sink up a little bit with water so you can see how much dirt is still left on here and how much can be rinsed off. But first, I'm going to squeeze this. Look at the dirt that's lined up on the sink right here. Look at that. Look at that. It's pretty bad. I'm just going to go ahead and rinse this dirt out right here. Now I'm going to fill the sink back up. I'm not going to fill it up all the way. I'm just going to fill it up some of the way, right? So we can get the process going. You can see what it looks like. So I'm going to take the gloves. I'm going to go ahead and place these back in here. And what I'm doing right here, this is the rinsing process. And basically what it's doing is you're reabsorbing the water out of the gloves in order to release the soap and dirt that has been loosened up, but is still attached to the glove. You can see the water is becoming dirty. I'm going to fill it up a little bit more. I'm going to turn this up right here. Look at that. Look at that. All that dirt coming out of this. Look at that. And you keep on doing this, it's going to release a lot of the dirt. Until you get to a point to where you're going to go and drain it. And drain out right here. Squeeze some more of the dirt out right here. Look at that. Now, the third time that I'm going to fill the water up, and it's going to be like the final rinse. You can see that there is a lot of dirt that still came out of the gloves. Now the final rinse, I'm going to use a little bit more water, and while I'm filling it, I'm actually going to keep the gloves in here. Cold water. And I'm going to rinse it along the way. Just keep on doing this. See, keep on doing this action right here. Look at that. Look at that. Filling up with enough water. See the slight tint in the water. Now, if you wanted it completely clear, you can do another rinse, but I think this is going to be efficient enough. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Keep on squeezing like this. Look at that. Coming clear. Good exercise. Look at that. And then I'm going to turn this off. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and drain this. It has a slight tint to it, but I think it's good enough, especially for what these gloves are used at, that most of the dirt has gotten out. Using the soap, rinsing action. You can do another rinse if you'd like. A lot of times it's not totally necessary, depending on what you're using the gloves for. And then I'm just going to hang these up to dry. And that is how you wash hand gloves. I don't know what other type of gloves there are. Are there foot gloves? I don't know. But I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.